Hello, everypony. This is Princess Twilight Sparkle, and with me once again is just Rarity. Indeed, darling. And today we're going to be listening to a recently released Thomas and Friends Storytime story called Thomas and the Seven Tiny Engines. And if I'm correct, this story is based off of the fairy tale Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Ooh! I wonder what the seven tiny engines will be like. Well, let's find out, shall we? Yes, we shall.
One not so bright and sunny day, confusion and delay was abound on the Sodor railway.
Oh?
The town clock had broken, and nobody knew the proper time.
Oh dear.
Percy was late with the mail train,
Oh.
while Gordon was too early with the express.
Oh.
Sir Topham Hatt was in despair.
Oh dear, repairing that clock is going to cost a small fortune. How on earth am I going to afford it? There's no other way.
Huh?
I'm going to have to sell one of my engines.
No! No!
Which one? The engines
can't.
were worried. All except for James.
Huh?
He wasn't worried one little bit.
What?
He looked into his magic mirror and asked,
Mirror, mirror on my shed wall, who in this land is most splendid of all?
Why, you, oh master.
Since when did James have a magic mirror? I don't know.
And the most reddest of red?
Of course, this is all to amp up his
And the
ego.
absolute favoritist #1 engine on the railway?
That would be Thomas, your
Of
magnificence.
course.
What?
Thomas will
James
always be number
turned
one.
greeny red with envy.
Oh
Scruffy
no.
little blue engine? Well, we'll see about that.
Oh dear, he's acting
James
just
told
like the evil
Thomas
queen from
that
Snow
Sir
White.
Topham Hatt had a very, very important job for
Not
him.
exactly like, but
Thomas, you are to go to the mainland at once. To a clockmaker in Scarletville who has
Scarletville?
some old clock parts to get rid of.
Yes, sir. Yes, James. Tell Sir Topham Hatt I shall be back before he can say confusion and delay.
And of course, Thomas falls for it like a
With
stone.
that, Thomas raced off across Sodor, across the Vickerstown Bridge and onto the mainland. Not long after, Sir Topham Hatt came to the sheds.
James, have you seen Thomas? I can't seem to find him anywhere.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, sir, but Thomas has left us. He said something about finding a better railway, one with a proper clock
Jamesy,
that always runs on time.
you're lying!
A better railway?
Easy, Rarity.
Thomas? My #1 engine?
James has
How could
behaved
he
worse
think
than
that?
this.
I know, sir. What kind of loyalty is that? Well, he can hardly be called the #1 engine now, can he?
Sir Topham Hatt
I
walked
cannot
off.
believe him. What
while
nerve,
James
Rarity!
grinned triumphantly.
Now I shall take my rightful place as the top engine, the Steamo Supremo.
I hate it when he gets this way. I can't stand it!
Thomas was
I love
crossing
Janji
the
so
misty
dearly, but
moor before entering a
sometimes
dense
he
forest.
just makes me want to
The deeper he
tear
went,
my main hairs out!
darker it became.
Sorry.
I think I may have taken a wrong turn.
Oh,
I'm also running low on coal and water.
oh. This kind of reminds
then,
me of what happened
came
in
upon
Journey
a
Beyond
clearing.
Sodor.
And in it, he saw a small building. Then, as he slowed, he saw a set of engine tracks. They were the tiniest engine tracks he'd ever seen.
Oh,
And then he saw another set. And another.
ooh.
3, 4,
5, 6, 7.
7 sets of tiny engine tracks leading to the building.
Ooh.
It must be an engine shed.
Hold it right there, laddie.
Came a voice out of nowhere. Suddenly, 7 beams of light fell upon Thomas. He stopped.
State your name and your business.
I am Thomas from Sodor. I mean you no harm. I am traveling to Scarletville and
Not a real
I seem to
place.
be lost.
sensing that Thomas was no danger, the 7 lights moved forward.
Here they come.
revealing
I bet they're so
7 tiny
adorable.
faces belonging to 7 tiny engines.
Oh, and who might you all be?
I'm McKitsy, and that there is McBitsy, followed by McTeeny and McWeeny and McMinnie and McSmall.
I'm McSqueak.
Said the final engine
McSqueak
in a
sounds
most friendly sort of way.
Oh.
Oh, glad to meet you, Thomas.
And I'm glad to meet you too.
Thomas
Easy,
asked them if
Rarity.
they knew how to get to Scarletville, but they didn't. They'd never even heard of it. But then again, how would they? They've never even left the forest.
Similar to how Lexi and Theo never left their yard on the mainland and journeyed beyond Sodor.
So we have enough
Oh.
coal to help us mine for coal.
Thomas wondered if they could spare him some coal and water, and if he could stay the night. The tiny engines formed a little huddle to consult on the matter, and decided that yes, Thomas could.
Oh.
But in return, there was a little job he could help them with.
Oh?
Well, actually,
There's a ginormous rock blocking the tunnel. You're big and strong, so you could help pull it free.
Oh.
Thomas had never been called big before. He
Oh.
happily agreed, and jollied by the thought, the 7
I wonder
tiny
if they're
engines all
related to
headed
the
off
miniature
their 7
engines
tiny
or the
beds
narrow gauge
in their
engines.
tiny
I bet
engine
they're
shed,
related to the
while
miniature
Thomas
engines.
settled
Possibly.
down outside.
Good night, Thomas. Good night, McBitsy, McBitsy, McTeeny, McWeeny, McMinnie, McSmall, and McSqueak.
What names? I know.
Next morning, the 7 tiny engines led Thomas to the mine, tooting their whistles and singing a little ditty as they went.
We're 7 tiny engines with 7 puffs of steam. Mining in the high west together as a team. We like to toot our whistles and make a bonny tune. We toot at work, we toot at play from sun up to sundoon. From sun up to sundoon.
What an interesting little ditty. Yeah.
Meanwhile, back on Sodor, Sir Topham Hatt was holding a picture of his little blue tank engine.
Oh.
Oh, Thomas, where are you when I need you the most?
While James was
He
looking
really
into
does
his
tease him
mirror.
as his son.
And who is the absolute toppest engine now?
That would be you, your worthiness.
And with his head bigger than ever before, James grinned from ear to ear.
Oh, Jamesy, why
Back at the
must you
mine,
sometimes
Thomas had
be
chains
devious?
running from his buffer plate all the way to the tunnel, where they
oh,
were tied around a giant rock.
Okay, Thomas, you can pull now.
Come on, Thomas, you can do it.
Thomas started
Come on,
to
Thomas.
pull with all his might.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Pull, Thomas, pull. Go, go,
There was
go.
a groan, and the rock started to budge.
Oh, it's moving.
Thomas pulled it all the way along the tunnel and out of the mine.
Yes. Yes, he did it.
The
Well
tiny
done,
engines
Thomas.
cheered and tooted. Now they could get to their new coal.
Ooh. Huh?
That's when Thomas noticed the giant rock was glistening.
Huh?
Glistening with lots of shiny stones.
Huh?
But these were not just any old shiny
I bet they know what they are.
Diamonds!
Diamonds!
Oh, those silly things. They're no use to
Silly
us.
things!
Engines can't run on sparkly
Wait,
rocks now, can we?
diamonds are the
If
most
you want them,
rarest
Thomas,
stone in the
you can
whole
have them.
world, and you're calling them
Thomas was
silly
just-
things? Rarity?
Bust my puffers.
Chill out.
Who needs old clock parts when you've got diamonds?
You know what they say?
Soon
All
after,
coal
Thomas's
turns
cap
to
was packed
diamonds.
full of the diamonds.
Chill
And he was
out,
all set
Rarity.
to leave.
Bye for now, Thomas.
Long may your boiler bubble.
Thanks. And goodbye to you all, too.
Aw. Goodbye, little tiny engines.
And with a
adorable
toot
little
and a
things.
chuff, Thomas sped away, all the way back to Sodor. Sir Topham
I can't
Hatt
believe
was
Thomas
coming out
got
of his office when Thomas raced into the station.
Sir, look what I have. There was no point collecting those old clock parts once I found these.
Thomas, you're back! I was so... Hey, Donuts? What on earth are you talking about?
The ones you wanted me to collect from Scarletville, sir. James told me.
Scarletville? James?
Uh-huh.
I think I'm going to have a firm word with our James.
But who needs old clock parts when we have all these diamonds?
Yes!
What's that? Diamonds, you say?
Thomas explained how he was given the diamonds by the 7 tiny engines.
Now I can afford to repair the town clock. The railway is saved.
Oh,
I knew I could count on
now he
you,
won't have to
Thomas.
send one of his
My
engines
number
away.
one engine.
And Sir Topham
Thank
Hatt,
heavens!
quite forgetting himself, danced a merry jig along the platform.
Hey!
And from that day on,
I would
Sir
love
Topham
to see
Hatt,
that.
Thomas, and the rest of the Sodor Railway always ran on time and lived happily ever after. Except for James,
Huh?
who had the small matter of a mirror to attend to.
Huh?
No, wait. Your most excellent of excellencies. Oh, radiant red one. You can't get rid of me.
He's getting rid of his
Your
magic
absolute
mirror?
favorite is
Well, good
number
thing,
one
because it was just
magic
inflating his
mirror.
ego.
Not anymore.
Said James as he chuffed away. And the mirror was neither seen nor heard of ever again. The end.
Good riddance. That mirror was nothing but trouble to my Jamesy. Well, that was quite a story, don't you think, Rarity? Indeed. Although I did not like the part where my Jamesy told a lie, just for the sake of his own ego. Oh, that made me so infuriated. I know, Rarity. Calm down. But at least James made the right decision in the end to get rid of that magic mirror. Indeed. Only making his ego more and more bigger than it should be. Oh, and those little tiny edges were just so adorable. I know. I wish we could have seen what they looked like, to say the least. That McSqueak. What a voice. Okay, Rarity. Okay. And those diamonds. Oh, I can already imagine a large boulder just covered with them. Embedded with them all over. Oh, I bet Maud would like something like that too. Indeed. Well, folks, I believe that this ends our video. Be on the lookout for any more of us listening to random original stories or fairy tales. Indeed, this has been Twilight Sparkle and Rarity saying goodbye, YouTubers. And as always, happy listening!